Dr. Henry, we had said 6%, right?
Yeah, if you have 6%, you can use 6% if you have 3%. So normally the store-bought one is 3%.
What if it's nothing percent?
And that's a problem. Let me see.
I have one. That's nothing. And I have
That's 3%, actually.
Yeah.
Both of those are 3%. Yeah, if you look on the
Okay.
back.
So we use, okay, so we, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, okay. I thought I was gonna say something in the front. All right, yeah, they're both 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So I used twice the amount we said, right, for 3?
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
What did you say we need a 2-liter?
You can use a 2-liter if you have a 2-liter. You don't need a 2-liter. You can use a water bottle, or you can use a 16-ounce.
Okay, perfect.
But make sure you put it in the pie pan.
Okay.
And the peroxide has to be 3%?
Yep. It doesn't have to be 3%. It can be 6% or more. I mean, just if you have 3%, you're going to use 60. If you have 6%, you're going to use 30.
The food coloring isn't necessary, right?
That's right. It isn't necessary.
Okay.
Dr. Henry.
Yep.
So I need to put all supplies in the bottle?
Yep. So you're going to put your hydrogen peroxide in the bottle. You're going to put your food coloring in the bottle. And you're going to put your dishwashing soap in the bottle. And you're going to mix it. You're going to put your yeast in the conical tube. And you're going to put some warm water on it. And you're going to let that get activated. So you're going to shake it up and down to activate it.
Shoot, I left for a sec. What happened? Are we already getting started?
Yep.
Dr. Henry, what if the bottle is still a little bit moist? Is that going to interfere with the?
No, it's not going to interfere too much. It just makes it a little dilute. So it may take a little longer for everything to work. It'll be fine.
Angelia, bring me the scissors. Oh,
And you wanted this all in a empty water bottle?
Water?
Yeah, you can put it in a water bottle or a soda bottle.
For the number 3, I know I have Kool-Aid.
That'll work. You can use a little bit of Kool-Aid in it. It'll actually add a little more zing to your reaction. Yes, you can add a little bit of Kool-Aid to it. That'll be fine.
Peroxide.
How many ounces or how many?
Just
one
you don't need
one
much.
packet
Just like
or how?
yeah, just pour a little bit in. Pour a little bit in a teaspoon, and then just put that in there. That's it.
And then 2 drops of chlorine, 10 drops of the liquid soap. Yeast.
And instead of the food coloring, we can use the Kool-Aid, right? That
That's right. Yep.
And
You need food coloring?
yeast.
We don't need food coloring.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Henry, can you zoom into the instructions a bit more?
Sure. Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so add 10 drops of liquid soap into the empty bottle. Okay, we did that. Measure 5 milliliters of water.
I need to zoom with my mic off.
So Dr. Henry, would I technically be ready? I stirred it up for the 30 seconds and then I have my dish soap and peroxide in here.
Yep, then you're ready to go.
Okay, cool.
Wait, just, I don't know if I missed this part. I'm guessing the 50 milliliter tube is the water bottle.
No, your 50 milliliter tube is the stuff that you're putting the yeast in. Get it activated.
Oh, into that. Oh, so that's what the other, there's another.
So, Dr. Henry, after we activated the yeast, and do we pour in the water in that yeast?
Okay, yes, you're gonna pour the water into the yeast. Yes.
Like the whole water thing?
No, you're gonna warm no. Okay, 50, you're gonna add 5 mils of warm water to the yeast.
Yeah, did that.
Okay, you did that and you mixed it.
Yes.
Okay, so now you're gonna pour that yeast water into your bottle with hydrogen peroxide, soap, and
Okay. So we pour that in there.
yep, that's right.
And do we mix it? Or we just let it go.
You mix it, just mix it a little bit, stir it a little bit. Anything happening?
It's
Not really.
Yeah, mine's going.
going up.
It's getting warm.
Yep.
Or that's just the water.
No,
Wait,
it should
Dr.
be-
Henry,
It's getting warm.
It should be getting warm, yes?
Okay.
Dr. Henry, can you explain step 6? So I've measured the 5 milliliters of warm tap water. So I add
You add
The
that to your
5
yeast,
to my yeast. Okay.
yes.
Mine didn't go all the way up the water bottle, but almost.
Mine either. Still going.
Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna mark where it's at. If it stopped reacting, mark where it's at,
Okay.
and then you're gonna rinse out your water bottle.
Rinse out the water bottle.
Yep.
You got that one in. Marker. Guess it's right here. So we just discard this?
Yep, so you already marked where it went to, the max that it went to?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Are you sure? Because it looks like it's going up higher.
I guess. To the last little bubble? I can mark to the last little bubble.
Well, yeah, I can't hardly tell, but it looks like it's still moving up. I could be wrong though. Or it just could be the angle that I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just give it a minute. No, you're right. It's going up.
Okay. So whose isn't doing anything?
Mine's done. Mine went.
Okay. So what you can do is you can fill up the bottle. Christy, you can fill up the bottle and then you just pour and measure the water so it gets to the mark where the water is at the level where your thing was at. And then you subtract that from 500. That'll give you your volume. Or you could just fill it up to the mark and just measure it that way. Or you can use a measuring cup and just do the conversion. Is it still moving?
Mine's
Diana?
still going. Yes.
It's still going, huh?
Oh, if I shake it more, it starts moving.
Yeah.
It's gonna overflow.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
Dr. Henry, for the volume, wouldn't it just be like the hydrogen peroxide, like just 30?
No.
Or are we?
Oh, you're talking about initially?
Yeah.
Yeah, initially it is going to be that 30, right?
Oh, okay.
Of course, your water and all that stuff is going to add to it, but initially it's going to be roughly 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mine overflooded.
Hey, Dr. Henry.
Okay. Yep.
I joined a little later. Does it matter if we use fast acting or original yeast?
No, it doesn't matter. Either one is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, fast acting is just going to act fast, and original is just going to take a little bit longer. That's probably why Diana had a little delay in her reaction.
Oh, look, mine's just overflowing. So where do I mark it?
So in that case, you've reached your max, right? So if
Yeah.
you're just going to see that you have 500 mils. So
Okay. Yeah, it's 500 mil.
Dr. Henry, so we're adding the yeast into the water bottle with the hydrogen peroxide, right?
after you warm it and activate it, yes.
Yes. Okay. I just don't want something exploding.
Don't worry, it won't explode. It's not the hydrogen peroxide that you guys are using isn't as strong as it could be. If it was stronger, it would actually shoot up in the sky and everything. So
Wait, we're supposed to put this soap in straight into the hydrogen, right? Peroxide.
the bottle, yep, with the
Okay,
hydrogen peroxide.
you said something about something empty, and then it says weigh out 2 grams. What if you don't have a scale? You just have to try to.
No, just use a third of a teaspoon. That is going to be about 2 grams.
Okay, all right.
So if I have, can you hear me, Dr. Henry?
I can hear you.
So if I have the 3%, then I'm gonna do 2 of the 50 into my water bottle, right?
Yep. So you're going to do 30 and 30. Yes.
Okay,
That's
perfect. Make sure.
Mine's is still going, still going.
Right. And it's still going.
Is this really how they do elephant toothpaste?
Yep. Not like for elephants, no. But this is the experiment that they always show on science shows. So.
Okay.
So once we put the hydrogen peroxide into the bottle, then we add the yeast. Is that
That's correct.
okay?
Yeah, but you want to make sure your yeast is activated.
And that's by putting it in hot water. Is
Yeah,
that what
put it in warm water. The water, you want it to be about, about 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, so warm. Because if it isn't activated, it's not going to respond so well. It takes a lot longer for the reaction to happen.
And then on this where it says supplies, I'm assuming just 5 milliliters of warm water into the, what is it, 2 grams of yeast?
That's right.
Dr. Henry, I use the 2 liter.
Okay.
How do I measure here?
How can you measure it? The same way. It's 2 liters. So you know the volume. So if you just kind of mark out where it goes, your maximum volume, and then you
Let's
just,
do the calculations.
that's right. And you can, you
Okay.
can use a measuring cup and do the calculations. Yeah.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Dr. Henry?
Yep.
Sorry, I came in a little late.
Okay.
I just want to make sure, what do we need for this lab?
Can you repeat that, please?
What do we need for the lab?
It's on the screen right now.
Dr. Henry.
Yep.
If it's already past the bottle, it's already 500 milliliters?
Yeah, it's
All right.
maxed. So you reach that max that you can measure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine's still going like a lot.
So is it messy?
Good thing I got this piping because it's already filling up.
Yeah.
Still going.
So Dr. Henry, so this is like over 500, right?
Yep. That's over
yeah, they just-
500. Yep.
I'm gonna brush my teeth with this.
It'll make them pearly white.
So Dr. Henry, you said my dentist would be proud.
Can you repeat that, please? Sheila?
Yeah, you said if it goes over the 500, leave it at 500?
Yeah, you're gonna say that that's max because you can't tell how far more over it's over. So we're just gonna assume that
I
it's
was able
500.
to.
You were able
Mine
to?
was yeah, it was 750.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Good.
So I can leave it at 750 or just leave
Yep.
it at the 5?
You can leave it at 750 if you actually are able to calculate it. That's
Yeah,
great.
because I used a 2.5. So
You
it
don't know
didn't-
me. All right.
It's so cool.
Somebody obviously likes it.
Dr. Henry, so something like this?
Let's see.
Yes, it's still going.
Yep, it's still going. Yep, that's the way it's supposed to go. How long
It's
has
not
this been
warm.
going? Oh, that's a 2 liter, right? And if you shake it a little bit, it'll help the reaction because then you'll have yeast kind of distribute it.
Okay.
Like,
Dr. Henry, I showed my nephew and he was mesmerized.
Look, yeah.
It says we're supposed to measure the foam. Is that like just the whole thing? Because it says final volume and volume of foam only.
yeah, so that's just basically subtracting the liquid that you had put in initially.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I was like,
So in that case, that would mean either 30 millimeters or 60 millimeters for us.
That's right. 30 mils or 60 mils.
Really?
So after we measure out the hydrogen peroxide, we add it in the water bottle and then we add the 10 drops of soap, right?
That is correct.
Can we like shake it up or do we just have to stir it like it says?
Just kind of stir it. You don't want to shake it up too much because you don't want the foam to already start.
Oh, okay.
So we add the soap first before the yeast?
Yeah, you're gonna add the soap before the yeast.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're starting the reaction without it. So the yeast are acting as a catalyst. So what's happening is that you're getting basically decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. And so the yeast is actually just making it happen a lot faster. So if you guys let your hydrogen peroxide sit long enough, like a couple of years, it'll actually just kind of turn into water and gas. And so it'll start, if you keep it sealed, it'll expand and expand and expand.
Mine's taking its time.
Oh, it's not necessarily a fast reaction, unless you have the fast acting.
Nope, I got the slow yeast.
So when do the tubes come into play?
You didn't use any of the tubes?
Yeah, I pour the hydrogen peroxide in them, but
yeah. And you put your yeast in there to get it activated, right?
oh, well, I did that on the side.
Okay.
Because you
then
said,
if you did, then you didn't need any of your tubes. Your tubes were just there to kind of getting everything done, So
okay.
Dr. Henry, look at my projector.
Look at your projector. Wait, let me find you. Wrong way.
Looks like a volcano exploded there.
Who's exploded?
Veronica's.
Nice, Veronica. Wow. You didn't put your pipe pan down.
You got your pipe pan.
I don't know.
Clean up.
So your experiment worked really well, didn't it?
And we seal the water bottle, correct?
What was that?
Are we supposed to seal the water bottle?
No, you don't have to seal the water bottle.
I have a quick question. The volume for where it says the hydrogen peroxide with the soap and the yeast, is that the volume before the foam happens? Like
That is correct. Yes, it's the volume before the foam happens. Yep.
Dr. Henry?
Yep.
I have 2 of the 50 conical tubes. And are we using the one that has water in it or no?
No, you're not using the one that has water in it.
Okay.
How do we measure out the 2 grams of yeast?
It's about 1/3 of a teaspoon.
Oh, okay.
I redid mine and it's going way faster.
So is there anything that you did? Wow, it is really going.
Well, because I just realized I only put 30 of hydrogen peroxide and mine's 3%.
Okay.
So I redid it with the 6, but mine's fast acting yeast. So it's probably
nice.
A lot.
Wow.
I wonder what would happen if you put a whole tablespoon of yeast? Would it just go on forever?
Well, it really depends. It depends on how much hydrogen peroxide you have, because that's the yeast is just acting as a catalyst. It'll keep doing it long as it has something to process.
So let's say 120 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide and 1 teaspoon of yeast. It will just go on forever.
Yeah. Well, you can do it afterwards. I mean, you have plenty of hydrogen peroxide, right?
So a whole 16 ounces.
Dr. Henry, what does the soap do in this lab?
The soap it adds the foam,
Throw
the
this away.
foaminess of it.
No problem. Go throw that away. And give me another water bottle. Give me that container that I gave you.
For the part where it says that we have to write the expected chemical equation,
Yep.
does that mean like I don't know what to do for that part?
Okay. Did you hear what I said at the very beginning of the lab? What type of reaction is it?
Chemical?
Of course, it's a chemical reaction, but what type of chemical reaction? We just talked about the different types of chemical reaction. And what is actually reacting? Anyone? Does anybody?
Isn't it,
An exothermic reaction?
It's an exothermic reaction. That is a type of reaction, but that just basically means it's releasing heat. So what type of exothermic reaction? Talk about what different types of reactions did we talk about?
Acid base.
We talked about acid-base reactions. Okay. What else?
Solid.
single and double replacement?
Single and double replacement.
Oh, shit.
Anything else?
Decomposition
Decomposition reaction.
and combination.
And the other one's combination or synthesis. Okay, so which one do you think this is? You're getting a gas and water
Decomposition,
out
right?
of it. What was that?
Isn't it decomposition?
That's right, it is decomposition. So you're starting out with hydrogen peroxide and you're gonna get a gas and water. So you get hydrogen and water out of it. Is it still going?
Pretty sure mine stopped.
Yeah, mine stopped.
Okay.
I can't find lab 10. Is it open already?
Yep, it's open.
It's under modules. Let me see.
Number 6 states that we have to use the
It's under unit
deionized
4. It's under unit 4, and then it's way at the bottom.
Thank you.
Dr. Henry.
Lab 10's due. If you look in the calendar, it's due on May 4th.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
What was that? You said lab 6 states. So that's a typo. It should be added to the yeast.
This
Conical
water,
tube with yeast. The warm water, 5 mils of warm water should be added to the conical tube.
does it have to be the one that you gave us or just any tap water?
It could be any tap water.
Oh, okay.
The water
I
that I
was-
gave you isn't tap water.
Okay.
The water I gave you is distilled water.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Henry?
Yep.
Say volume of foam. How are we gonna get the volume of the foam by itself?
Okay, did it run over?
Yeah, like if it like a lot.
Okay, so then you're gonna assume that you had,
500?
you're gonna have 500, yeah, 500 mils.
Okay.
And then all you would do is subtract the amount that you put in, the volume that you put in from that volume.
Oh, it might put in.
Dr. Henry, I'm curious, what are you ever going to use the red cabbage?
Oh, we will.
Yeah, the cabbage powder.
We'll probably be using it in 2 weeks. It'll be probably your last experiment.
The cabbage powder and the pH strips?
Yep.
Cool.
Did you do your own, huh? Do your own hamburger.
Dr. Henry,
Yes,
our starting volume, would that be 65 ml?
it'll be, yes, 65 mLs roughly. Actually, it'll be like 67, but because with the 2 grams of yeast.
Okay, thank you.
So then we subtract those 67 from the whatever it came out to. For example, mine was 500. So I just subtract those 67 and that's the
That's right, yeah.
okay.
Dr. Henry, and we calculate after it stops completely, right? Because mine is taking forever, but it's finally coming up.
Yeah. And you use 60 mils?
Yes.
For number 8, when it says record volume before reaction starts, we're recording the water bottle volume or just the amount of yeast that we're pouring in?
You're recording the total volume that you have there before your reaction.
But it says before the reaction. So is it just?
Exactly.
The
So
bottle.
it'll be the total volume before the reaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so normally this would be done in a graduated cylinder. So you would just mark it where it was at, and then you just let the reaction go on.
Dr. Henry, what's the hair care version of this? Is that a type of shampoo we use?
The hair care version of the yeast.
Or not the yeast, well, what is this?
So basically, hydrogen peroxide is used to dye your hair. So I think it's called first step. Anybody dye their hair? Okay. So the first step that you use when you dye your hair, it's called the, I want to say fixture, but I know it's not called the fixture. It's called, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. So but the concentration of hydrogen peroxide that they use for that product is about 18%, 18, 20, 30%. So depending on which one you're using. And so a lot of professional hairstylists will actually have tons of it.
So if people put 18% of pure, or not 18% of hydrogen peroxide in their hair to dye, is that why it gets all flaky and dry and just straight up
So
dyes?
if you let it sit too long, yes, it'll actually burn it out. But yeah, so they put it in there, and then so what that does, it basically it allows the breaking down of certain things, and so the color is able to get absorbed in the hair follicle.
It's
If you let
normal
it sit
for a
too
slow.
long, it breaks down everything. What was that?
It's normal for like a slow reaction.
Yeah, it is.
Like not really. It's like we're barely doing anything.
Yeah, give it a second. It'll start. Kind of mix it a little bit, and actually feel it. Did the reaction get hot?
It's like warm, but I don't know if it's because of the yeast.
Okay.
Yeah. but I see more of like the mixture going down and more foam going up.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's not moving if I like tilt it.
So it has a really nice smell to it.
It smells nasty.
Like dirty socks or beer that's been
I
sitting
don't
on
know.
the counter too long.
Maybe it's kind of mixing with the soap though. The soap smells good.
Oh, okay. So did yours come out better, Christy?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Because I added more.
Veronica, you have a mess there.
I know, right? Look at this. But I think it's done now. It's been like this for a while.
Okay. Good.
Chug. Just kidding. Chug, chug, chug.
Yeah. So if you're done, then you guys are free to go.
Do we have to do like a report on this or anything?
Yeah, you have to answer questions. You always have questions to answer. So you have to give me your data here and then you answer your questions.
Where are the questions?
And it's all this bottom part, right,
Yes.
Dr. Henry?
Write out the chemical formula. Use the ideal gas law to predict the volume. Does the volume calculated correlate with the volume observed? Calculate the percent yield of oxygen gas. Actually, it should be hydrogen gas.
So we're marking the final volume on the bottle, but how do we record how much it is?
There's a couple of ways that you can do it. So one way that you can do it is fill the bottle up to water with where you marked, and then you could just pour out the water into your 50 ml conical tube and just keep tally that way, or you can put it into a measuring cup.
And then convert it.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I was able to run to the store and grab yeast, so I'm glad I made it.
All right, Dr. Henry, see you Thursday.
I will see you Thursday.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll be
All right,
heading out as
Dr.
well.
Henry, have a nice day.
You too.
Enjoy your evening.
Good night, Dr. Henry.
Good night. I'll see you guys on Thursday.
I have a question really quick.
Yep.
So I wasn't here for the lab because I had something, I didn't know we were gonna have lab on that day. And I already planned something. So whenever I'm like looking through it, so I'm gonna videotape myself doing it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it says, I'm like looking at the instructions. It says to put balloon on each bottle after you put the amounts in it, and then it says pour in sodium bicarbonate into the bottle.
Yeah. So
But
what
the
you're going to
balloon-
do is you're going to lift up the balloon because you have all your sodium bicarbonate into the balloon, right?
Yeah.
So you're just going to lift up the balloon and dump it in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye, Dr. Henry. Have a great day.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Dr. Henry, I don't see the questions on my end.
There's only 3. I mean, at the very bottom, it says write out the, you don't see that part there where it says write out?
I don't, oh, hold on. Let me go back.
Write out the chemical equation, use the ideal gas law to predict the volume.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at 1, 2, 3. Okay, so right at the expect chemical equation, use the ideal gas law, predict the volume of the gas, does the volume of the calculator, those questions, right?
Yep.
Okay.
How do we calculate the percent of the O2? Or is it kind of similar to like when we were doing the percentages with the moles and all that?
It's very much, I said, if you look at, have you done the lab already? The other lab?
9 or 8?
9.
I'm almost done.
Okay, so when you calculate percent yield, because that's what you're trying to calculate. So that's going to be actual over theoretical. Times 100. Okay, so that's it. So your actual is what you actually got. Your theoretical is what you calculate. Okay, Tucker, how did it turn out?
It's not, I messed up, so I'm just redoing it. I didn't put
Okay.
enough peroxide because I only had the 3%.
Hmm.
I'm about to get it right now though.
Okay. Wilmer, what about yourself?
Yeah, I just got it done right now, so
Good.
I'll be heading out of here now.
Okay.
I just have a quick question, Dr. Henry. So
Sure.
I checked on the. Did you extend the exam, or is it still due tonight?
Yeah, it's actually extended till you guys will technically have until Friday to get it done.
Okay, because I wasn't sure that was just like an error. So I was like, is there an extension?
Yeah. So it's open till Friday. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
For just the exam, or
What was that?
the actual exam is until Friday?
Yeah, you have until Friday. It's open till Friday, and I think it says it's due tomorrow, but it's actually open till Friday. So
that's amazing.
So long as you get it done before Friday, it's good.
Okay. And then the practice exam is until
Oh,
tonight?
yeah, that's extended. You should be able to have access to it.
Sorry, you cut out. You said it's still up till Friday too for the
Yeah,
practice?
it's also till Friday.
Okay.
Check to be sure.
I'm heading. Have a good one.
Hey, you too. Yeah, I had a lot of trouble everything uploading. I'm still having trouble with one class. For some reason, my images are not loading up all the time.
Mhm.
And so it'll just continue to cycle. And so I have to cancel, and then it'll have a blank question when I come back and I refresh.
Mhm.
So
Bad for you, but good for us.
Wait, and then the last lab is due Friday, right?
the last lab is due on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Question for the final projects, are we
Yep.
gonna do a sign up sheet? or
Yes,
how-
we're gonna sign up. I have to start putting that out. Yep.
Okay, and that's gonna be, do you know what week? Because I know Coalinga and Hartnell are different. Like, I don't know if they have the same final schedule or.
No, it's gonna be during your finals week. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, my group is like, I don't even know.
My group's actually, we've been doing pretty good.
Yeah, nobody's responding to mine. I'm like, come on, guys. And they're just like, no. So I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna do work, but I mean.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people have that problem. We have a group chat that we actually.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. Nobody responded. And then the girl who like took charge, she like left the class. I was like, okay, thanks for that.
All right, Dr. Henry, I think I'm pretty well. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, same.
So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
I'll see you.
Okay. You guys have a good night.
You
Okay.
too. Bye-bye.
Okay.